You still struggling. Hi. Go back into the table and eat your lunch. Or your snack, whatever we're going to call it.
Which I'm pretty sure Scott took. But I'm torn because my texture pack makes the bed look like different characters. Usually I go for purple. But I
Go back on up here.
Pikachu, and then Hello Kitty.
Oh, you don't need my help. You do it yourself.
Oh my gosh. Pinkie Pie.
Whew. Y'all, so like, I had to come here real quick because even though my phone finna die like shit. Hold on. I think I left my other port plugged in. Yes. Come back. Yeah. So y'all, it's happening. Oh, first of all, intro. Hey y'all, welcome to the grow room or whatever. Give me a sec while I get my lighting together. Give me a sec while I get my motherfucking lighting shit together. Okay, what's up, y'all, or whatever. Y'all, so like, welcome to the grow room. For witches, of course, by a witch. And y'all, like, since my last live yesterday, I've been like really meditating a lot on what I shared and like how I want to share more about it, like going forward, right? Because what I be saying is alleged, right? So allegedly allegedly a lot of stuff is going on, y'all. How y'all feel about that? Right? Because I think it's interesting how we can accept the fact that the human genome, right, humanity as a whole, our DNA was tampered with and or altered, right? The scientists will tell y'all this, yet y'all take it and run with it. Like y'all don't inquire further. Y'all don't ask any deeper questions or who did it. And when they give y'all the answer, they go, oh, it had to be aliens. What for? Well, we don't know. Well, what did we look like before I had our genes altered? And they just be monkeys. What? Really? Well, why don't monkeys look like us now? Has anyone took monkey DNA and altered it in a way to make it the first human? No. So, how did the aliens do it? That one time. You know what is plausible though? Allegedly, right? Allegedly, it would make sense if there were giants, right? In their genetic genome, right? Because you would have to get a baby giant. A young one. And this is why, allegedly, right? When I told y'all last time, the way that they captured them to get this genetic code was so messed up. Like, smiling through the pain, cause I ain't finna start crying on here. But anyway, getting the youth, right? Preferably young females, allegedly, and altering their genetics, right? Their eggs. And doing the whole cap on the DNA codes on the chromosomes. And then the next generation, therefore, right, the next copy of genetic codes, the next copy of chromosomes would be a replica of that capped DNA, right, that new altered DNA. So they wouldn't grow to be the same height, have the same abilities as their predecessors. Yeah, I find all of this just super interesting. Allegedly, because it's all alleged at this point. But y'all, like, I thought of something earlier today. Spirit, help me, higher self, help me, because of course it's alleged, right? I think I pretty much covered everything. Right, the whole Tartaria thing. I was watching that earlier today, and something came to my attention. Thank you, Spirit. You be coming through right on time. Right. So, right. So, the dangers, right, of grouping every brown skinned person, every dark melanated skinned person together, because of the fact that when we talk about the past, right, allegedly the past could have definitely been altered, the story of it, right? And I say that because when we see images, videos of what the United States looked like before, right, pre-invader, pre-colonialism, right? And it looked amazing, right? The technology was advanced, but it was balanced, right? It coexisted with nature. It fed off of the ethers, right? It fed off of nature, but in a way that didn't dwindle and or drain nature as the natural environment, right? Allegedly. So when we make this connection and we go, okay, so I mean, the evidence is there, right? They even came here and recorded everything and was like, hey, we built this in 2 months, 6 months, whatever the fuck, however long it took them, allegedly, right? Because they could have did that, right? They could have did that. I mean, it's not like they don't take much longer to build these flimsy houses and skyscrapers that go down with, like, so sure, of course, allegedly, right? It was alleged. Anyway, that being said, right, the dangers of grouping each color together, because a while ago it was brought to our attention that for Columbus to get here, he had to get the information from melanated people, right? That he had a melanated person on his ship helping to navigate the oceans for him to get to where he was. Now, what I'm going to say is alleged, right? I have no proof. I have no physical book and or story or even a movie I can reference to you. However, I'm still going to share this. I tell you guys that it's so deeper than them being told where to come from, because the real questions are, who told them, right? And the individuals who told them how to get to America, the land of milk and honey, who did they go to tell them how to get here, right? And I tell y'all this danger about grouping all skin tones together is because of what I shared in my last live, being allegedly, right? There's this entity that has come here before and was kicked out by the divine feminines that help Mother Earth because they are her children, her first daughters, to be more specific, rule over the dominion. They had dominion over the earth, right? Before they started to have children and started to, just like the Bible said, go forth and be great, right? Be fruitful and multiply. And started building cities, Tartaria structures everywhere, using their own technology that they learned from nature to be in harmony, right? So this entity was here before. So just like you have now, allegedly, certain celebrities and or entertainers, Epstein, I'm sorry, it's something in my throat, allegedly, right? They speak to spirits and or demons, allegedly, right? And they get this information. Who's to say these same entities couldn't tell them certain locations to go to, right? What would be required to conquer certain individuals who would be found there. You see where I'm going here? So I just really thought that was interesting, because when you talk about certain 1% family bloodlines and last names, and you hear certain individuals talk about how they're just front men, I think that has some weight to it, right? Because allegedly, it would make sense for you to have like a stage double to act as you, while the true mastermind is in the background, right? That way, you only see the stage double and you only associate what the stage double looks like as your enemy, and anyone who looks like that stage double as your enemy, right? Meanwhile, the mastermind in the background looks so much like you. So not only can the mastermind come to you directly and shoot the breeze with you, make y'all feel like one, all this good stuff, they can also continue to play in your face as the mastermind. They can do recognizance, right? They can get more information from you, right? They can do all of this stuff without you even knowing that that's your true enemy. So that being said, that was the second part that I wanted to add it from live from yesterday, because it's truly interesting to me. I like meditating on these things, and I told y'all, like, my divination is so precise. So precise. Like, when I want to know something and I'm not playing with my higher self, like, the Akashic records tap in real deep. And I feel like that has a lot to do with, like, the connection that I've cultivated with Earth. I told y'all before, like, allegedly, if you want to get information, allegedly, you will hug a tree, right? And allegedly, you will hug said tree because the way that information is stored in Earth realm is like roots, right? The roots are always connected, just like spiders, spider web. Like, the whole thing about the Spider-Verse, the multiverse, and the movies that talk about spiders and spider webs and how they're like interconnected on a dimensional level. That spoke to me. Right? So as we weave through, right, these webs of connections, pathways of true stories of the past, we become privy to a lot of things that we probably wouldn't even thought about. So I want y'all to think about that. On a lighter note, have y'all ever have y'all ever come across that guy who says he's a vampire? Like, allegedly, there's a guy out there who claims to be a vampire. I forget his name, but I mean, I find it interesting that for him to be physically attractive and be a vampire, that makes sense. Like, no funny, but that being said, he brought up something about this island where a lot of the ancient vampires stay at, and this island being like the outer edge of it being covered in like this red type of like vine. And today I was watching a video where this guy was like, the weirdest island he's seen in Antarctica, and I was just like, okay, I'm watching this. Y'all, tell me why the island, like, as they're going up to this island, and I tell y'all so much, when you see these videos online, especially when they do like quick pans, like they show you something real quick and they don't go back to it or don't even address it, like, pay attention to that. So this island they was supposedly coming up to, they was in Antarctica, allegedly, right? It was a bunch of fog around, and that was another thing that I paid attention to, because the guy who claimed to be, a vampire, he said that this place was, shrouded by fog, this island. He never said where the island was. He said he couldn't say where the island was. He was just sharing little details about the island, right? Where supposedly ancient vampires dwell. So, I'm watching, and the video, they do this like quick take, like quick panoramic view showing the surroundings, and along the edge of this island while they were in the water, I saw some like red detail and like a wall type of thing going on. Not like a structured wall, but like a cliffside. And it was just red. It was like red and dark, like gray, rocky looking type shit. And I was like, bitch, thinking to myself, like, cause like, I know who I am, what I am, but like old lingo, old habits, they die hard. So I'm like, yo, like, girl, like, the fuck? Ain't that red? I'm like, yeah, that's red. Yeah, that's red. And then like they never showed nothing else. And then as they were walking, I didn't see shit else red. I didn't see nothing else red in this video as far as like the landscape was concerned, right? So I was just like, interesting. Muy interesante. And then I went, hey. You loud. I know. Y'all playing. Just keep your voice down, please. You hear me? I said, I know y'all playing. Just keep your voice down, please. Okay. Thank you. I bet. Because you was too loud. Well, excuse me for interrupting your fun. Anyway. So, I didn't see nothing else red. I didn't see nothing else red. So, I was just like, yo. And then the image of that guy, the guy who claimed to be a vampire, popped up in my head. And I was like, yo, is that it? And then another image popped up in my head from a video I seen probably like a week ago or a couple of days ago about how there is an island. Allegedly, there's an island that the Rothschilds own. Allegedly, this probably not even true. It's not true. I'm just telling you what I had heard. Cause like allegedly, the Rothschilds got an island in the area, and allegedly the devil live at their house or whatever. So I just found it was interesting. Allegedly, right? So this is like, what's tea? Like, what's tea? What's going on here? And so I sit with myself and I go, herself, what's up with this? You making me pay attention to all these things and then recollecting all this stuff. So I'm like, is that it for real? Because we thinking that they under water, they in the mountains, and which they very well could be. They very well could be, allegedly, because it's all alleged. You know, I'm a spider for real. I'm not a human. I'm a spider, right? I'm not even really talking to y'all. I might be AI or whatever. So that being said, I was like, okay, Spirit, like give me the uploads, right? So I saw the dude face who was like he a vampire, and then I recollected, right? I had the little That's So Raven moment about how he was talking about this island where supposedly the most ancient vampires live, and what details go along with this island, how it's shrouded in fog, and along the coast are these like red vines, and I think they secrete some type of like liquid from the red vine that's red, and they actually drink that if they're not like interacting with humans, and they use that to survive instead of drinking actual, crimson stuff, allegedly. And I was just like, oh, so it's in Antarctica, because mind you, the dude said he can't tell you where it is because then he'd get in trouble. And I'm just like, so it's in Antarctica? It's in Antarctica, boo? I bet it probably is. Allegedly. But this is what I be telling you. Like, I appreciate myself because, like, no, I ain't gonna share that. Because I was gonna tell y'all some shit about my family tree. But y'all don't need to know all of that. You don't need to know all of that. I know. So just know last names are important. I will say that. And you won't know my family lineage by my current last name because it's changed over time. But just know with my genealogy records, I know my foremothers. And they had gifts. They definitely had gifts. And this is the thing, like I've mentioned before, that this is just the regular powers of just the ancient human race. And this cap, right, this genetic gene altering scenario allegedly that the human race have gone through at the behest of aliens, it occurred, and this cap that we have leaves our genetics dormant, keeping us from our true height, being giants, titans, Tartaria, allegedly, right? If you look up the etymology of giant, there's a phrase that goes earth-born. Make that make sense. What giants got to do with earth? I mean, trees used to be huge as fuck, Animals used to be huge as fuck. I'm just saying. Plants, animals, people. I feel like there might be some weight to that. Allegedly. So that being said, who would benefit from doing such a thing? And then we talk about aliens. Okay. Visitors. We can call them visitors, or we can call it like it is. Invaders. Right? Because they be invading shit. Allegedly. So you got invaders from the skies. And they got invaders, so allegedly, who colonize. All I'm saying is the apple don't fall too far from the tree. And we can associate skin tone with certain individuals, or we can think broader, right? We can allegedly think broader and go, well, what if our enemy either had our skin complexion or much darker? And there's a reason why we're considered black, right? Allegedly. So that we can group all brown people together, because we are united as one. And you go through trauma and I go through trauma too. And I'm like, bitch, I'm tired of the trauma bonding. I'm not finna do that. we should never be so comfortable with trauma bonding. You don't make true connections that way. You could be fucking around with your ops out here trauma bonding. You trauma bond and you befriend somebody and they fuck around and what? Steal from you? Try to steal your history, your background. Say, oh, with your family lineage? Oh, all that? Oh, okay. No, that was me actually. Yeah, that was me. What'd you say? Usurpers? Destiny swapping? Okay. Allegedly. It's all alleged. Have a healthy suspicion of who you let. Not only through your front door, but in your circle, in your aura field. Okay? So, yeah, that being said, I might not log off too soon, because this is definitely my live for today. It's Sunday. I started cleaning. I'm taking a little break right now so I can do this, because if I don't do this now, I will probably be up late doing this, and I don't want to be doing that. But yeah. Oh, what was another thing that came to my mind today? Like, I was watching a video from Charm. I love Charm. He's the best. He is the truth for real. And he was talking about how, like, if you were a deity, right? A god or goddess, and you were like associated with like an element or like power, something like you are known for doing, right? What kind of offering would you like for your devotees to put out for you? And I was just like, oh, period, off the rip. Honey wine, homemade honey wine with herbs. Homemade honey wine with herbs. You can use hibiscus, you can use rose hemp, you can use dandelion. As long as it's homemade honey wine, bitch, that's for me. Give me a big ass glass, sit that right there on your altar. That's for me. And my thing is, I thought it was funny as shit, because I immediately thought of my offering and didn't even think about what type of power would be associated with me. So it was like, water, definitely, but water of what? And I was like, just water and bridges, right? Because that whole saying about, you shouldn't burn your bridges. It's some rickety ass bridges out here. I feel like some bridges deserve to be burnt, because they rickety as shit and they unsafe to cross. So why not? And I was thinking, like, some bridges be having water go under them. most of the time. So it was like, I be that water that's like a tsunami. Right? And if your bridge can withstand the roaring rages of tsunami waters, then that's a relationship worth holding on to. But if it can't, yeah, you let that shit, you let it go. You let it be washed and cleansed away with the tsunami waters. I thought that was nice. I fucked with that. So yeah. Bitch, have my honey wine though. Otherwise, I'm not gonna help you with your relationships. I keep motherfuckers away from you who shouldn't be around you. You just gotta be willing to let their ass go. But if you ain't got my honey wine, bitch, I ain't doing shit for you. Make sure it's homemade, okay? There's lots of ways to do it, bitch. Get you some sugar. And make sure you got that good grade honey, okay? Not that diluted rice syrup shit. Bitch, I know the difference. Don't fuck with me. You make some weak ass honey wine, I ain't giving you shit. That's like leaving, bitch, a synthetic rose for Venus. Bitch, I asked for roses. You gonna give me a fake rose and expect me to do anything for you? Thought it was. Bitch, bye. I'm good. I ain't asked for that. I ain't asked for that. No, but yeah. I've been making homemade wines for a good little minute now. I already told you I'm gonna do a tutorial for wines. I'll probably do it tomorrow or sometime later this evening and post it tomorrow. But y'all, honey wine is my new shit. I fucking love it. It's sweet, it's strong. And like I recently made a batch and I'm not gonna open. I made two. One is for me to like let sit after, like, of course after the 7-day cycle, right? And you strain it and you sift it, you let it sit so it can age. One bottle I'm gonna let age to my birthday this year, right? And then another one I'm gonna let age until like I have like one of my big spills pop off. Then I'm gonna open that drink. Like, I got some shit in the works. And I'm gonna want to celebrate it once I actually like allow my physical reality to catch up with my spiritual reality. So I'm excited for that. But y'all, I gotta go now because it's the hour of 5 and it's the hour of Mercury still. So I'm trying to do some shit right now. And I don't know, y'all. I love y'all. Shout out to us. Shout out to everybody asking questions finally. And this information about Tartarian, Titans, and Anunnaki, like who they really are. I'm trying to tell y'all, that shit gonna bust y'all head wide the fuck open. And all that shit about shared dreams, like a couple of years back when people was like, oh yeah, I had this dream about like there was giant black people allegedly, right, that came and was like gathering black people and the children and leaving the whiteys behind. And I was just like, y'all don't know that they got technology to implant dreams and shit like that in y'all brains? I'm just saying, allegedly, you know, governments have this technology. Because I don't trust the same individuals that, you know, made it super convenient to not just be like, oh yeah, Jesus is black. I mean, of course, like in the ancient times, most people were the same skin complexion. That don't mean that when you come down here from the sky that you my savior and I should just blindly follow you into your spaceship when whole tea, bitch, you eat children. Allegedly. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, y'all be safe out here and worship yourself. It's you got the power. Okay, your ancestors ain't come from nothing. They came from Mother Earth, and Mother Earth's strong as shit. So why wouldn't you be? Yeah. But I love y'all. I'll see y'all next